today's topic we are going to see about MAC protocols for sensor network. So the MAC represents medium, access, control protocol. So this medium access control protocol comes with comes under 7 OSI layers. And in this 7 OSI layers, and what are these 7 OSI layers? Nothing but the layer which is used to make a communication between computer devices. So that is so just go through these OSI layers if you are not having any clear idea about it. In that 7 OSI layer, there is one layer called data link layer. Under that data link layer, this MAC comes in. Access control. So from this data link layer and MAC, you can get some idea. So if you know the meaning of medium access control and this data, you can frame the sentence. It's very simple. So from one system to another system, if you are going to transfer in any information or any content or any data, this whole thing will be controlled by this guy. That's a simple understanding of it. So in our MAC protocol for sensor networks, we are not going to use the same MAC protocol which is used for LAN. And for LAN, the MAC protocol used is IEEE 802.11. And here for sensor networks, we are not going to use same 802.11 because this is a wired medium. You know, LAN represents wired, so it's a wired medium. I'm not going to use that. Sensors which are wireless most of the time, and so we will be using this one. And we would normally used to call that as ZigBee architecture. Using this MAC access control and sensor network, what is our objective? If you ask me that kind of question, the answer is very simple. Major objective of using MAC in the sensor network is 1. Energy conservation. Second objective of our MAC protocol of sensor networks is self-configuration. The second configuration is self-configuration. So these are the two objectives. So to understand why they are called as the two major objectives, we can see one small example. For that, I am going to take a small location, and since I am from Chennai, I will take the locality to be Gindi, and here I am going to place some sensor nodes. S1, S2, S1, S2, this is S3, S4, S5, then S6, X7, S7, S8, S9, and X10. So, do you remember these are my sensor nodes, and you know that this is a sensor network. There will be a base station sending all the information and everything. So there will be a base station and a sensor node. So this is a Hindi locality. So what kind of sensor or what kind of thing I am going to sense is the earthquake. So I am going to use a earthquake sensor over here. Now, to understand the energy conservation concept, I am going to divide the sensor with layer by layer. You know that our architecture is divided into two types. One is layered architecture, another one is cluster architecture. I am using the layered architecture over here. Now, just imagine in this area a small mislocation of earth materials happen, and it detects and it wants to send the signal over here. So what it will do is, first this guy will detect the signal this guy will detect the signal, then it will send the information to this guy, and then this guy will send the information to this guy, and so on. It will be communicated with different devices, say that to our mobile phone or to the person who is in charge of these kind of things. Okay. So when this kind of information, this kind of operation is happening, these sensors, 9 sensors will be in active state. But in using this MAC protocol, what happens is, when S1 get activated, this alone will be in active state, leaving this all nodes in sleep. Then when the information is transferred from this area to this area, this alone will be in active state, leaving this all in sleep, and as well as this in sleep. So what happens is, your energy gets conserved. Very simple. How it is happening is, this guy, each sensor is having a transmitter plus receiver. So when I switch off this energy conservation happens. Then the second one is self-configuration. Self-configuration is also being explained in this part. Do remember, as I said, this all are in sleep state. When this sleep sensor nodes can be activated only by MAC protocol, and that is called as self-configuration. So when the time comes here, it creates some ritual clusters. So that will decide, okay, this guy is going to be in sleep state and I am going to be in active state. That will be decided by the MAC protocol using the self-configuration. So these are the two major objectives of using MAC protocol. And next we are going to see the kinds of MAC protocol. And you can see there is three kinds of MAC protocol. One is fixed allocation, second one is demand based, third one is condition based. So fixed allocation in the sense, these sensors will be working continuously. That's the meaning of fixed allocation. Instead, for example, the same area, instead of using earthquake sensor, I'm going to use a temperature sensor to detect the temperature in this particular locality. So what happens is, it will be detecting all the temperature variations, and it will get the data and send the data to the base station. Okay. So this is how it works, and there will be a small problem, since everyone are active in the time. A small delay problem will be always there in this kind of methodology, this kind of MAC protocol. Then there is second one is demand base. Demand base is whenever needed it will work. For example, you people will be having a group discussion, and in the group discussion a leader will be there, and 6 to 10 people should be sitting over there and having a chatting and stuff with respect to one topic. So when the leader tells you want to talk, he will talk, otherwise he won't talk. So this is called demand based. When needed, this nodes will be in active, otherwise this nodes will be in inactive state. So this is considered to be the best one in these three types. And then the condition based. This is reverse of this demand based. So what is the reverse is? Here there won't be any leader. So whoever they like, they will talk to each other. So what happens is, so the random access is possible over here, and this kind of protocol is used for bursty based protocol, bursty based area. So what is that bursty based stuff is? You people will be using broadband. So normally your broadband download speed will be 500 kb per second. But suddenly, due to some reasons, you may experience it will reach up to 5 MB per second or 10 MB per second. So that is called burst time. So in that kind of time, this condition based MAC protocol can be used. Okay. And the next one is the protocols which are used with respect to the MAC. There is two types of protocols. One is S-MAX, another one is here. So what this S-MAX represents is, what this S represents is self-organizing MAC, and the second one is EAR. This is nothing but eavesdrop and register protocol. So this self-organizing concept, you can have a very clear idea that it is nothing but this protocol is going to help you in the discovery of the neighbor and the channel through which the data can be sent to your different nodes. This eavesdrop and register is nothing but it is just going to act like a holding device of information of the previous node with the present node, which means the previous content will be held back with respect to the present content, and this will give you seamless connectivity with respect to the nodes. So these are the two major protocols which are being used, and the accessing method which is used with respect to these two protocols is of two types. One is TDMA with FDMA, and another one is CDMA. So you people are mostly familiar with these two topics, I hope so. The first one is time division multiple axis. The second one is frequency division multiple axis. So using these two concepts, the accessing channel will be collision free, and mostly in analog connections we will be going with TDMA and FDMA. When you take CDMA, this is nothing but code division multiple axis. Here this will be mostly used with digital platform, as well as when you focus with security, you can use this CDMA with your MAC protocol. Okay.